Hello everyone, welcome to this edition of Discussion on the Indian Express dated 29th of July 2022, and I'm back again with some of the major articles from the newspaper. So let's begin with our today's discussion. From page number 7 GS2 Indian Polity, we have the first article, that is Election Commission allows 17-year-olds to register in advance. So recently the Election Commission of India has decided to allow those above 17 years to apply in advance. And this is to get their names enrolled in the voters list. So from this article, you have to know about the voters list, the electoral rolls, and what is the significance of this move. Further on, the issues of inking Aadhaar details with the electoral roll data. Moving on page number 8 from GS2 Governance, the article is headlined as Over 52,000 hit and run road accidents in 2020. From this article, you have to know the rate of road accidents in India, road safety concerns and challenges. Also know about the Brasilia Declaration on Road Safety. The Brasilia Declaration on Road Safety. The Indian initiatives being taken in this regard, like the Motor Vehicles Amendment Act, etc. Also suggestions and what is the possible scenario ahead. Moving on page number 13 from GS2 Governance. The article is headlined as Google Street View and why it's been launching in India only now. So as we know, the Google Street View is finally available in 10 cities in India, and it is expected to roll about in 50 more cities by the end of this year. So from this article, you have to know about the Google Street View and why wasn't it enabled in India. Also, how will it help the users and what are the limitations associated with it. Moving on page number 10 from GS2 Polity and Governance, there are two articles that is again about the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. So the first article is headlined as Presumed Guilty, and from this article you have to know the Supreme Court's verdict on the Prevention of Money Laundering Act. Also know about the Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2022, its objectives and provisions. Further on, what is dirty money and what is money laundering. Another article that is written by Mr. Pratap Bhanu Mehta, and the article is headlined as Kafka's Law. From this article you have to know about the money laundering and challenges black money posed. From this article, you have to know about money laundering and the challenges that black money poses and how this can be tackled. Moreover, you have to know about the Financial Action Task Force. Moving on page number 10 from GS3 Indian Economy, the article is headlined as Throwing Good Money. So the question is rescuing an uncompetitive, loss-making BSNL a good use of public funds? From this article, you have to know what is the crisis survival of BSNL MTNL. What are the challenges faced by the PSUs? Also, we talk about the merger of BSNL and MTNL. What are the government's efforts to spur competitiveness of BSNL and de-stressing its balance sheet? Also know about the Telecom Regulatory Authority of India, that is TRAI. Moving on page number 13 from GS2 Indian Polity, the article is headlined as Suspension of MPs, the Rules and the Powers of Presiding Officers. From this article, you have to know what can lead to the suspension of MPs? What are the powers of the presiding officers in invoking the suspension? Also, what is the procedure that is to be followed for suspension of the Rajya Sabha MPs? What is the term of suspension? And also, what are the challenges associated with it? And what is the possible scenario ahead? Moving on page number 15 from GS2 International Relations, another article that says Government will focus on fixing economy, ending fuel shortage in Sri Lanka, says Ranil Wickremesinghe. From this article, you have to know about the economic and political crisis in Sri Lanka, also the reasons behind the crisis, the impact of the crisis as per seen in India, and what is the possible scenario ahead. Well, with this, we call it a wrap of today's edition of the Indian Express Headlines of the Day. I hope you liked the video. I will see you with some other video. Till then, take care and do stay tuned.